Are you good? You don't have to lie to me. Listen, if you're good, you're good. Okay? But if you're not good, that's okay too. Was your day good? Do you care how mine was? Welcome to my channel. I'm the resident graceful warrior of this channel. And my question to you today is, how are you? Please answer truthfully. You don't have to pretend with me. How was your day? How do we usually answer that question? How was your day? If it's from like a stranger or an acquaintance, don't we usually say, oh, it's going well, it was great, it's good, everything's fine? Why do we do that? Right? Why do we do that? You don't have to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Today for me wasn't amazing and it wasn't awful. It was a day I was alive and healthy. It was a day my daughter was alive and healthy. So I'm grateful. But I feel like so many of us are programmed to instantly say, I'm great, I'm doing well. maybe to our bestie or maybe to a family member, but sometimes it depends, right? Maybe to that person that you talk to all the time. If they ask you how you're doing, and it depends on the situation. But maybe we might answer truthfully. But for the most part, you're in the grocery store or you're wherever and you run into someone or it's a complete stranger and they ask you, how are you? Um, you know, I guess in the case of if you're at the cash register, everything going well? Yeah, it's great. That's usually my response. I run into an acquaintance. Hi, how are you? How have you been? Oh, great. You know, but there's been days where I wasn't great. I'm sure there were days where you weren't great, moments in time. But why is that our answer? Why is that the default? I'm fine. Everything's wonderful. You know, why do we care? Why do we care what a stranger thinks? Why is that built into us? Why can't we just always speak our truth? Why is that so difficult? Why is it so hard to say to a stranger if they ask you how you are, or to an acquaintance, or to somebody we haven't seen in a long time? If they ask you how you are, why can't we just say, things are not great right now? And maybe sometimes we have those moments, those vulnerable moments, right? Why can't we be vulnerable? Is it an innate defense for us, right? I won't mention who this person is in my world to me, but it's always struck me like how we have to appear outside of ourselves and to the outside world. I had gone through a divorce and I became a single mother, which I like to call a solo mom. And someone that is close to me said, everybody's laughing at you. Maybe that's another narcissist in my life or what. I don't have any kind of degree in that aspect. I'm not a professional in mental health or in that aspect, right? In that world, to label somebody as a narcissist. But to me, based off of what all the media has been saying, everybody's been talking about, I feel like I should have an honorary degree in psychology by now. But that person said to me, everybody's laughing at you. Everybody wanted to see you fail, and now you failed. Why? How did I fail? Because I married somebody who I thought loved me and who exhibited that they did, and I trusted that, and it's my fault because they cheated on me and made it so now I'm going to have to raise my child without their father. And I'm not placing, well, yeah, I am placing blame on that person. What am I saying? We're being vulnerable. We're being honest here. That was not an ideal situation. So when I'm going through the darkness of this divorce and the betrayal, and I'm not trying to make you guys feel sorry for me. I'm just having a conversation and maybe somebody can relate. The last thing on my mind as I'm trying to figure out like how I'm going to take care of my kid and myself and at the same time get through this heartbreak, I personally did not care what anybody outside of me thought about me and if they were laughing at me. Give me a comment or say something if you've been through something similar, and I'm sorry. But when you need support or not, this person that's always kind of been in my life, well, at that point in time I wasn't even looking for them for support, but wow, kick a person when you're down. Everybody's laughing at you. They want to see you fail as if I'm a failure because my marriage failed and because I decided to trust in someone. No. And if something like that has happened to you, I'm sorry. But what I said to that person was, they're not laughing at me because they're busy living their own life. I hope. And if they're that concerned about my life and what's happening to me, they need help. I guess the point of this video is, don't worry about how others see you. Because if they're judging you that much and they're taking the time to judge you that much, they're just not looking at their own life and their own problems. My personal opinion.